DJM TV.
United States Embassy acknowledges petition letter against Patami as Niger Senate gives order to governors. Plus, President Buhari meets acting IGP as Edo State gets building and maintenance agency. Hey darling viewers, a great morning to you, a great afternoon to you, and a great evening to you, depending on the actual time the time is that you are watching us now on our day-to-day news update on your darling TV station, DJM TV. I am yours sincerely, Stanley Okucha, reading this hot trending news to you at this time. The United States Embassy in Nigeria today acknowledged the receipt of a letter to place the Nigerian Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Mr. Issa Patami, on terrorist watch list over his alleged connection with Al-Qaeda and Taliban. The letter, which was written by a prominent human rights activist named Deji Adeyanju, also had a copy sent to the Department of State Security Service, DSS. In an update shared on his verified Twitter handle at Adeyanju Deji, the activist and co-convener of the concerned Nigerians showed the acknowledgement letter by the United States Embassy to prove they have the said letter. Mr. Issa Patami has come under serious pressure from a section of Nigerians calling for his resignation after video and audio recordings as well as preaching across the northern parts of the country showed his controversial comments allegedly in support of terrorists and terrorism. The minister has, however, since denied having any link with terrorism, terrorists, or being an ethnic or religious bigot. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has called on all governors of the 36 states in the country to grant full autonomy to the judicial arm of government. This was stated today after the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) staged a protest to the National Assembly over the issue. The Senate said through the chairman, Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, that it is time the governor rescue the nation's democracy from collapse, stating that the independence of the judiciary is not negotiable. Recall that President Muhammadu Buhari had signed into law the Executive Order No. 10 of 2020 last year as the implementation of the Financial Independence of State Legislature and Judiciary Order 2020. According to our judicial correspondent, by the order, the Accountant General of the Federation has the power to deduct from the allocations given to states from the Federation account and any sum appropriated for the legislature or judiciary of any of the states where the state fails to release to its legislature or judiciary as the case may be, and to pay the funds directly to the state legislature or judiciary as the case may be. Speaking with newsmen, Senator Bamidele said judicial autonomy is non-negotiable and urged the state governors across the country to follow the steps of the federal government by granting independence to the judicial arm of government. In Senator Bamidele's words, it is laughable that at this point we are still grappling with the need to grant independence to the judicial arm of government at the state and local government levels. The National Assembly has been making laws that would guarantee full autonomy to the judiciary at the federal level. The National Assembly does not make laws for the states. Such powers resides with the state houses of assembly. The judiciary at the Federal Capital Territory is independent because we have done what we are supposed to do. What is next is for the state houses of assembly to do what they are supposed to do. As a principle and as a policy, members of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters have tried not to call on those who are protesting to stop such protest. We do not want protest, but definitely we would rather talk more on state governors, houses of assembly and other stakeholders to do the needful in the overriding public interest. Senator Bamidele continued, "We cannot continue to call on the judiciary to give peace a chance when we know the conditions under which they work cannot guarantee a passionate and enhanced delivery of justice. We are talking about judicial reforms. We are talking about the need for justice sector reforms. This is central and crucial to the independence of the judiciary in this country. We must not be left behind by the rest of the civilized world. Nobody stands to lose anything by granting independence to the judiciary at the state level, since it has been done at the national level. The fact that workers and staff of federal judiciary are joining the protest is only in solidarity with their colleagues at the state levels. It is a union matter and we do not have control over it. We are hereby calling on the state governors to do the needful, because the independence of the judiciary is non-negotiable. No democracy can survive without being founded on the rule of law and an independence of the judiciary, Senator Bamidele echoed. Also in the news, President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the new Acting Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba. This took place at the presidential villa Aso Rock in Abuja. Although the details of the meeting is still sketching as at the time of filing in this report. However, the meeting was made known by the official Twitter handle of the Nigerian government today. This is the first time President Muhammadu Buhari will be meeting with the Acting Inspector General of Police, IGP, since he returned from his medical checkup in London. Recall that the president appointed the Acting Inspector General of Police while on a medical checkup in London, following continued uproar over the inability of the Nigerian police to help tackle insecurity that was fast spreading across the country. President Muhammadu Buhari returned back to the country last week Thursday after spending 16 days in London. Still in the news, the Edo State government, led by Governor Godwin Obaseki, has set up the Edo Public Building and Maintenance Agency to ensure the maintenance of projects undertaken by the government is guaranteed. While setting up the agency, the governor said in his words, "Maintenance culture is a concern for us. It is a culture that we need to change and inculcate in the managers of government assets and businesses. Maintenance has not been in the culture of government, and it is a part of our weaknesses. As part of our transformation exercise currently ongoing, maintenance is emphasized as we have created the Edo State Public Building and Maintenance Agency. They are training officers and maintenance managers, informing them on what to do and how to maintain government properties within the state." He further said, without maintenance of government properties, all the efforts being put in by the government will go to waste. Mr. Obaseki urged all those appointed in the agency to ensure they carry out their duty as expected, to ensure that maintenance is carried out on a regular basis to ensure the durability and efficiency of all projects being handled by the government. With that report, we have come to the end of our day-to-day news update. We really want to appreciate you, our darling viewers, for being there every time we broadcast our news update. We equally want to plead with you to kindly like, share and comment on this news video that we have brought to you. Also, we plead with you to subscribe to our YouTube channel at DJM TV, and once you have subscribed, kindly touch the notification bell with your finger thumb so as to always get alerted and notified each time we broadcast our news update from within Nigeria and across the globe. Until the next news video where I'll be presenting you the next trending news, I am Stanley Okocha for DJM TV. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next news video. Bye for now.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJ TV.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.
Some of the delegates and ask them questions.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.